you're trying to pin down a military culture, and I think that comes down to a community. I definitely feel that this year's ceremony is really going to make you feel a part of it.
Every year the intent is to honor the hard work that our airmen do. And I think it's amazing that in the attempts to make this night about our airmen, we still find ways to get creative and make it interesting and fun for all members coming to support.
So the event is going to take place January 11th, and our plan is you're going to arrive and have a cocktail hour, so 5 to 6. Let's say ceremony starts at 6, ends at 7:30. 7:30 to 11 is really our event social time.
The location that we're going to be at is interesting because it's got community actually written into the name of the mansion, the Oneida Community Mansion, but it's a significant piece of local history that maybe most of us don't realize. If you grew up around here, you probably went there on a field trip when you were a kid.
So when we were looking for a venue for the ceremony, we show up at the Oneida Mansion. It looks like a big old house, if you will, but to walk in and turn a corner and just see things that I've never seen before. The building itself, a little fact, has 600 doors, and I just, like a kid, I want to run around and open every door or play hide and seek or something. For me, it's really cool to see the mansion as something I've never experienced before that's just 30 minutes from my house. I really love seeing the Oneida Mansion and their ad campaign. They were making this silverware for soldiers coming home, and that to me says, here's this company that has done so much for our country. The mansion gave us, I think, something that we haven't had before. When you see the Oneida Mansion's stage, I mean, this is a theater stage that's over 100 years old. Talk about the character and the flavor that it brings to a ceremony. It's large enough to house us all, but it is a bit smaller, but more intimate.
What I find exciting is the setup of the auditorium, the theater area. I've never seen it done that where there's actual stage, and there's a balcony, and it's this older 1800 facility. It's going to start a lot of conversations where typically maybe you would just be at your table the whole night. Right now you're going to be connecting with everyone there throughout the whole night.
You're going to feel like you're a part of it, almost like you're at your grandmother's house for a family get-together. You're going to mingle, you're going to wander, you're going to hopefully go on tour, check out the basement and the different things the Mansion House has to offer, but more than anything, learning about the people around you that are there. I'm really excited for everybody to try the food.
Tucked in her kitchen in the small town of Sherrill, Andrea Moranville never expected a chance on the Great American Baking Show.
Let's just say I'm very proud of New York and where we live. I'm so thrilled to just represent our area and show America what I can do.
It looks awesome. And then her Instagram pictures at Sweet Life of the Baker definitely makes you want to eat all the desserts. So I have a feeling the dessert table is going to be a hot spot at the ceremony this year. Pretty excited.
Andrea and the other folks that are involved, once they found out who we were and why we wanted to come there, we're very excited. This might be something that's hard for us to get away from in the future because they're really passionate about us and what we do, and that's fantastic.
We've got some tours planned to take us into the basement, in the towers of the building, and the attic. Something you're going to remember. I think there's going to be a lot to talk about when you come away from the event, because you're going to have this experience that you've shared in. I really think it's going to be something to remember.
And you don't stumble upon too many places like that where you can come and absorb history and still get a chance to mingle and converse with its ancestors.
So Maria is very passionate about the Oneida Community Mansion, not just because she lives here, but because her father designed the space fork to go up on the Apollo 11 mission. And for her, you can tell it's a sense of pride, and she's still continuing that legacy within the community. And every time I see her, I keep asking her for a space fork. We'll see if we'll get the magnetic space fork, because I really want one in case we all join the Space Force.
A bayonet spork would be awesome, right?
Yeah, that's important to say.
Right, you could either eat a salad or put it on your rifle and stab somebody.
So it's always fun to find these type of little unique gems that we have around us. We're really trying to get the community dynamic wrapped in to every aspect.
We're building that connectedness and that sense of community where here as a guard unit, especially here at Eads, we are separated. We don't have base housing. We don't have all the things that a major base has. So we have to find ways to build that sense of community. And to me, this is a great way to do it.
So events like this is really where we need to come together. You know, it's not just about the event and the awards, but it's about all of us as a whole coming together to really be a part of one another's lives.
So I like that. I think that's a good theme, is the citizen airman thing that we sort of forget. We put this uniform on, and celebrating that is important.
It's just a different feeling this year. The focus doesn't really seem to be so much on the guest speaker. This year, there's a change, there's a shift in the way that we're viewing the annual awards banquet.
It's less about the awards. Sorry if you're an award winner and you're hearing this. It's less about the awards and more about all of us as a group spending time with one another. What's the worst that could happen? You have an opportunity to meet somebody from a different squadron or section or a flight that you've never had a chance to talk to before. And that's what it's about. It's about that, and it's also about the people that you're on mission with all of the time, and all you think about and talk about our mission. It's a chance to do something different.
As we've been going through this process and getting volunteers, it has been a nice change of pace to interact with our key spouses. Both Julie and Christina have been very valuable in ensuring we make this event not just about the awards, but about those who attend the awards.
Incorporating the families into this too this year a lot too, with the daycare and the opportunities that people are going to have to bring their families, where typically that's one of the hard things for families to do.
One of my favorite parts of the annual awards banquet, from start to finish, is seeing the faces of the family members, seeing their reaction when their loved ones, when their names are mentioned as a nominee. Because our family members, our loved ones, they make a big sacrifice for us day to day. But when they're sitting beside you at a table and they see their loved one's name get mentioned, and you see that pride and that sense of, hey, I helped this individual do this. That's the best part of the night for me. And that's why these nights mean so much. And that's why it's so important to go out and show your support. If not for our hardworking men and women, but for the families that support them.
The sheer level of effort across the entire organization tells me that folks think it's important, right? And this is not a commander-driven event or the chiefs driving this event. This is the community taking care of itself.
And plus there's ghost tours, so.
I know, and that's the thing that I think that is going to be the most interesting. You know, you might walk away with an award, you might not, but you're probably going to walk away with a cool
You're
ghost
probably gonna
story.
Go home with a friend.
Master Sergeant Adams, Security Forces, is really involved, and I didn't realize how much. He had to go through the Oneida Community Mansion, every inch of it, all 600 doors. And then come to find out, they took him into the basement, some of the tour that we'll get, and there's a tunnel that actually links the building together down below. And it's very unique, a little creepy. He showed us some pictures, said for sure this place is haunted. So Sergeant Sherman has been a valued asset of the team so far for the annual awards banquet. A key part of making sure the venue is going to look and sound fantastic. Gillespie has volunteered him and his wife's time putting together our programs. She's been designing out some ideas, maybe a souvenir all in itself to take home. It's going to look very professionally done, and I love that it's coming from a member. I think it's important, ops and support, doing this stuff together. And that's what this community stuff is all about.
I'm really excited to see what this night is going to bring.
That was awkward. I didn't want to be on camera looking at your butt. I trust you cut that.
I'll edit out the looking at the butt part, but not the commentary.
Like, put that at the end.
Yeah.
People have a field day with that.
That's amazing. You just end with that?